Hey, you guys. Welcome to our team call. Oh my goodness, month end on November 27, Tuesday. So I was just talking about GTC and how they've made it so easy for us. In fact, it's $230 for the early bird pricing and for this month, and it goes up $100 next month. But they've made it so easy. You can do a payment plan, so you could register this month for $76 and then pay $77 in December and $77 in January, and be registered to go to the biggest training conference of the year. So, really consider that. Put that on your to-do list for this week. Super important. And then the other thing that's coming up, oh my goodness, is Carol's holiday party, which is December 8th, Saturday at 7 p.m. in South Lyon, Michigan, and anyone can go. We would just have to either be a manager already or have 2,500 in volume this month, so be in strong qualification for district manager. So so just want to put that out there, because yes, it's an exclusive party, but it's super fun, and it's so much fun to honor everyone for their achievements. That's something so cool about Arbonne that I never experienced as a nurse. As a nurse, we would get like a $3 gift certificate for a cup of coffee for Christmas, and I didn't even drink coffee. So it's just amazing how we can earn bonuses every month and give ourselves pay raises, and there's parties and gifts, and we can earn trips. And I mean, it's just crazy. I'm driving a Mercedes, which I know you guys all will too, which I can't wait for that. So it's amazing, all the accolades you get in this company. So Carol's party is exclusive. It's a no miss. It's going to be amazing, and yeah, I want everyone to be there if possible. What else? Oh, Lynn, did you want to mention really quick about what you did with the CRM? Because I thought that was really good. Oh shoot, I can't hear you now. Oh, sometimes I have issues with the audio. Well, okay, so I know, Lynn, it might just be that account, because I've had issues too. But I wanted Sherry too to also, you'll have to type it out, Lynn. So Sherry, do you want to mention too how you're basically talking to people now about doing the healthy living in January? Because I think this is really a really good tip for this week.
Yeah, I've just been asking because people are wanting to do it, but they're like, I don't want to do it till January. So I'm like, why not do it now because of the free sign up that's going on until Friday. And then I've been mentioning it, if they're not sure, like maybe it's a gift for somebody, like my friend I was talking to tonight, his wife really wants to do it. And I was like, why don't you just get it for her for Christmas? Then it's like the gift of health. So yeah, I've just been trying to get a group together and then just reaching out to people to say, hey, I've got a group started for January 1st. They're purchasing now. So then they're all ready to go January 1st because, everybody's got like New Year's resolutions. There's still people that go on spring breaks with their kids and stuff like that. So they're going to be January 1st ready to like make a change health-wise. So that they can fit in their bathing suits or whatever it may be. So I'm trying to get them to do it now, get ready and prepped so that January 1st they can get started.
Awesome. Such a great idea. And just again, not to feel shy about asking now, to get ready for January. And again, take advantage of the free sign up. So Justin, this month, Arbonne's giving us, it's $0 to become a preferred client with a 150 order, which they would get 20% off of. So they're not paying 150, they're paying 120. Yeah, so it's free sign up this month, free shipping. Oh my goodness, so super exciting. So that's why we're kind of hitting it into high gear here.
Yeah, I'm signing up tonight actually.
Yay!
Yeah, and then we'll put in some orders for the protein. I'm actually excited to try it. But do you mind talking a little bit to just to kind of explain the business side of it and the products in general? She was curious as to like the quality. And I was telling her a little bit about your story, and she just wanted to hear from you. I just think it would be wonderful for you to speak.
Yeah, wow. Let me sum this up really fast because we can give you a video for the long version, but the short version is, oh my goodness, this Arbonne changed my life. That's just the bottom line, you know. It's made such a big difference in my health, and because of that, I think it's easy to share. You know, when you have a testimony, you just can't help but get the word out. For me, I was looking for healthy products because I had gone through breast cancer at an early age and learned that breast cancer is only, or all cancer is only 10% genetic and 44% is environmentally related. And so that hit home. And then to learn that what you put on your skin absorbs into your bloodstream and affects your health even faster than food, that made me take another look at what I was using product-wise. So I switched over to Arbonne, loved it, you know, but honestly, it wasn't the skincare, it wasn't the makeup that like made me want to jump into the business. It was the nutrition line, because I ended up, you know, my family has a history of breast cancer. So my mom died of breast cancer, so did my sister, sadly. And we did the genetic testing, it was negative. It turns out we grew up near a nuclear weapons plant that had plutonium triggers, which is the heart of the atomic bomb. It's the most radioactive substance on Earth. And I had it in my system. And I went to an integrative doctor, and he didn't know, honestly, what to do with me. I ended up doing the 30 Days to Healthy Living plan, and it cleared the plutonium out of my system, along with mercury and lead and arsenic and all these things. And so it just, I mean, it blew my mind, not only, you know, that it changed my current state of health, but it changed my whole future. And so that's when I became a champion for the cause. And just because we're in a day and age today where the healthcare industry isn't really looking at our food, the food industry isn't looking at our health, and that's what we do in Arbonne, is we're teaching people how to clean up their diets, and we're educating on hidden toxins and offering safer solutions for families. And I'm so proud of that. I'm just so proud of that. So that's what we're looking for, is people to help get the word out about these products, which are far more, you know, they're far more safe and certified, and, you know, they've been under a magnifying glass with all the certifications that Arbonne has. Far more safe for you than anything you could buy in a grocery store. They're GMO free, screened twice. They're soy free, gluten free, dairy free. They're kosher certified. They're, you know, hypoallergenic. They've actually banned over 2,000 harmful ingredients, whereas in the US, the FDA has banned only like 9 harmful ingredients. It's crazy. So I love Shui is on our team, and she's like just a major researcher, holistic health practitioner. She's from Taiwan. She practices Chinese medicine, all of this stuff. And she's like, I've looked at Arbonne. They're the best. I've done the research. There's nothing that compares. And so it's cool. It's cool to hear it from her, the researcher. So yes, that's what this is all about. Arbonne is, you know, in major momentum, attracting just millennials like crazy, because I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the millennials are mission minded. They want to make a living, making an impact. And that's what this company is doing. You know, we're not just working to get a paycheck, we're working to change lives and to bring as many people as we can to the top with us. And I just think it's such a beautiful business model, because we rise by lifting others. And that's really attractive to millennials. They want to get more out of the time that they're putting in. And that's what this business model does too. It allows for you to leverage your time really well. And that's actually the topic tonight, is duplication. So that just rolls right into it. But I wanted to share really quick the income levels too. So in Arbonne, there's 4 different income levels, although you can definitely earn income as a consultant. I know Sherry and Lynn or, you know, you guys, Laura, you guys have all earned money as consultants. But then at district manager level, that's where your paychecks, you know, can get a comma in them. and it's just super exciting, because how many families could use an additional $200 to $1,000 a month? I mean, that just makes a big difference. And so I was actually a district manager for 8 years, because I was just kind of taking a catalog to work. I wasn't really all in. I was pushing the products, not pushing, but, you know, sharing the products, but not really sharing the business, because I didn't really get it. When I went through my own experience with the healthy living, that's when I decided to share this business too. And another thing that tapped me on the shoulder and kept me awake at night is the realization that at the second level in Arbonne, area manager, the income goes from $1,000 to $4,000 a month, but it becomes willable. Like, your income can be put into a financial portfolio, and it turns into an asset that can be willed. So I remember thinking to myself, I was working at the hospital, and I thought, these doctors that I work with do not have a willable income. This is so smart, and I have to get my head around this and figure this out. I don't care how long it takes me. This is so smart to have something that will outlast you. And it's so different than linear income and going to work and getting a paycheck. There's nothing after that. You know, we did, as a team, we did 11,000 in volume yesterday in one day. And the cool thing is that volume isn't just for one day. People are going to fall in love with the results, and they're going to keep ordering. So that volume has no end point to it. It's just going to repeat over and over and over in monthly sales, because people love this stuff, and they become so loyal to it because they love how they feel. And so I was thinking about that yesterday, like, oh my goodness, we did this volume, but it's not just 1 month. This is going to go on and on. It's so exciting. So the willable portion really turned my head. And an area manager income is like, you know, basically like a teacher's salary, you know, $1,000 to $4,000 a month. I was earning $2,200 to $2,800 a month as an area manager. My husband was really excited about that, because I was doing it alongside what I was already doing, so alongside nursing. And then at regional vice president level, which is where I'm at now, the income is between $4,000 and $10,000 a month, $4,000 and $15,000 a month as you're starting to go to the next level, and that's life changing. You know, that's like an engineer income, a full-time corporate America income, $4,000 to $10,000 a month. So that's where, I mean, it completely surpassed anything I'd ever made as a nurse. And that's where you get an additional car allowance each month to go towards a Mercedes of your choice. It just has to be white to represent purity. And then the top level is national vice president, and you earn between $22,000 a month and up. There is no limit. And oh my goodness, again, these millennials are crushing it. They're promoting to regional vice president in like 3 and 4 months. They're promoting to national vice president in like, you know, 15 months, 2 years, whatever. It's crazy. Peyton, which is, you know, kind of the leader of the pack there, such a great trailblazer for the millennials. She's 23. She started when she was 19, just, you know, talking about the nutrition line out of her dorm room in college. And she now she's paid for her own wedding. She's building a house, all paid for. She's completely debt free. She told me in Jamaica on the trip we earned that she had 100,000 saved, and, you know, she's doing mission trips now and giving back. And it's just beautiful. Honestly, it's beautiful to see such a good person doing good things. And that's the whole point of this. I'm sorry, my dog's loud. That's the whole point of this, is to build a platform so that, you know, with this Arbonne business, so that, again, we can get off the work to pay bills grind and actually do positive things in this world and contribute in a bigger way. And so that's really what is awarded and rewarded at the big training conferences, is how much people are giving back in the community, because that's what Arbonne wants to be known for, is the company that gives back the most. And so that's what you're a part of when you're a part of this company. So we're actually doing a big adopt a grandparent promotion right now. you know, giving hand creams and lip balms to the seniors at Christmas time. So we can give you more details on that if you want to be part of that. But it's just a wonderful, wonderful part of this company is the big, you know, the big message on giving back and contributing in a bigger way. So that's Arbonne in a nutshell. How about that, team? That was like my shortest DA ever. But we can all do it. But yes, that's why I get so excited about this company, because it's just, I mean, it's quality all the way through. They've been around since 1980. It's the same size company as Clinique, but it's Clinique is in 80 countries. Arbonne's only in 7, so there's huge potential for growth here. We're still only 2% brand recognition worldwide, and it's green. It's been a green and environmentally conscientious company since day one. So they use you know, solar powered tractors. They're part of the Forest Stewardship Council. So there's no clear cutting for printed materials. They actually plant trees. They use plant-based ink. You know, their carbon neutral footprint with UPS. So it's just, I mean, they're doing the right thing for the right reasons all the way around. Cruelty-free, the longest cruelty-free company in existence, you know, cruelty-free since 1980. And it's just like all bragging rights all the way through. So pretty awesome. Super proud to be part of this and really excited you guys are jumping in. Honestly, I feel like there's never been a better time because of Instagram, you guys. Instagram has been this untouched frontier for Arbonne until the millennials just walked in. And so it's like a giant gold rush right now. It's like Arbonne is brand new, a brand new company. And so honestly, we're at a tipping point of growing exponentially, and honestly, just jump into the current, because that's what's happening. You're going to have this huge momentum to help push you. So I see you guys driving Mercedes. So there you go. Congratulations. Join Arbonne and you're going to do awesome, because you just can't help it. This stuff sells itself. It's really good quality. And what I love about the culture of Arbonne is there's no hype. It's honestly, you know, because we don't have to hype it. It works. So why, you know, you don't have to hype that. And it already works. But I love that their culture is to undersell and over deliver. And that's just what you get when you're part of Arbonne. It's sort of like a Rolls Royce. They're not advertising all the time because they don't have to. You know what I mean? They just know, people know that it's a high standard and high quality, and that's really, you know, the reputation of Arbonne. It's like the darling of the direct sales industry. So I'm so excited you get to be a part of it. It's really it attracts high quality people, high caliber people, and that's evidenced by you taking a look, Justin. So thank you. So do you have any more questions about that? Was that a good overview?
No, that was great. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. And jump in anytime, you guys, if you have any questions. And hi, Bev. Hi, Laura. So happy to see you. I wanted to go over a little. So there's these trainings. We have our Wednesday morning trainings, which is like our team, you know, our NVP puts them on, and they're awesome. They're always good. So it's at 6:30 every Wednesday morning, and it's about 40 minutes. But totally worth it. You don't have to be dressed up. You can be in your PJs, whatever. You can be in your car listening, whatever you want. But then there's also recorded trainings. They're called Go for Gold, and it's like more company-wide trainings. And I just listened to one from this last weekend, and it was so good. And it was just basically, you know, getting you back to the basics, which I think we all need. It's like we're in this massive growth phase. We have all these promotions going on. We have the holidays. Like, it's just, you know, we have different, you know, free sign up, free shipping, this, all these incentives going on. It's like hard to keep everything in your head sometimes. And so it's good to just dial back to the basics. And so that's what this call was about. And I loved it. So, first of all, they were talking a lot about geometric progression and how, you know, if you want, well, let me just give a story really quick. One thing that I've always been good at with Arbonne is sharing the products. You know, I shared the products. I had lots of product demonstrations. I brought catalogs to work. I could sponsor people. But what I wasn't good at was duplicating. It's like I felt like I was running around and doing all this work, but it wasn't like duplicating. And you know why? Because people probably just felt like they didn't want to do what I was doing. I don't know, but it's made me take a hard look at duplication, because really you don't have a willable business unless you have something that's duplicating. And so that's something I've really wanted to look at. And the geometric progression part of this business, if people understood it, they would walk through brick walls to have this residual reoccurring income, because it's so brilliant. In most situations, you would have to invest like $2 million in order to get, you know, $3,000 a month in residual income. That might be off, but you know, you get the point. But in Arbonne, what we're doing is investing our time in upfront education and teaching people how to get their products at a discount online. So, so really what we want to look at is a lot of people doing a little bit, and it all starts adding up. That's what's happening with Sherry right now. She was so excited talking before the call, like, oh my goodness, because she has a team member, and so it's, you know, she's duplicated herself, and so it's not just her numbers going in, it's her team. So that's pretty cool. So in order to get duplication, we want people to win, have some wins right off the bat, because if we're not if we're not having retention, you know, people wanting to stay in Arbonne, we can't duplicate, right? So in order for someone to want to stay, we want to make them feel good. We want to help them win right away. We want to help them have this product experience right away. So the 30 Days to Healthy Living, in my opinion, gives the greatest, you know, product experience, because they feel so good. There's such a big difference, you know, doing this plan. And so it gives a great testimony. And once you have a testimony, it's easy to talk about. So we want to help them get a new customer right away, right? We want them to meet the team and feel this culture and meet sidelines. We want to help them get launched right away by having a virtual presentation or an in-home presentation, something just to help them get launched and to help them talk to their friends and family about why they're doing what they're doing. We want to help them earn a paycheck and get into qualification. For district manager, we want to help them develop their why, and, you know, invite them to events, because the more you go to an event, the more your belief, you know, grows. And that's the thing. I've always heard that belief has a sound, and people just buy into you first, right? Before the products or anything else, they just buy into you. Like, I've had so many people say to me, Tammy, you're so happy. I just want to hear what you're doing, you know. And it wasn't like, let me hear about your products, Tammy. It's just like, you're so happy. you're out on a boat on a Tuesday. It must be nice to be Tammy Ray. I'm like, oh, I want you to have that too. So, you know, belief has a sound. So here's the deal. The cost of entry for Arbonne is so low. Right now, it's free to be a preferred client. It's free to be a consultant with a qualifying order too. So with a 500 QV order, Justin, it's free. Sign up for consultants this month. But even if it wasn't free, it's only $49 to be a consultant. So it's a super low entry point. And because of that, it's easy for people to quit, right? Because they didn't invest 100 grand, they put in $49. So, you know, they're not really as invested. So because of that, and this is a key point, because of that low entry point, we need to create the emotional investment with people and create that relationship so that they feel valued and so that they're, you know, getting a win right away. Because here's the deal, only 2 to 10% of consultants in the company or even industry-wide are actually doing home events or, you know, doing Discover Arbonne events and stuff. And so that means 90% are not. And so if we keep harping and pushing like, oh, you need to do your own home events every week, they're probably just feeling bad about themselves. So what if we just, here's the point I'm getting to. What if we just made it so easy for people to want to stay committed and, you know, just tiptoe in? Because here's the deal, just because you have a consultant ID, that doesn't mean that you're committed. That doesn't mean you're all in yet. It takes, you know, what, 5 to 10 exposures to Arbonne before someone actually makes a decision, or even more than that. Maybe it might take years before they actually make a decision to be all in. So even after they're sponsored, it takes lots more exposures. So so what if we just had these few core commitments? And I just thought this was brilliant, because it's like boiling it down to the, you know, least common denominator here. So the first core commitment for any consultant, and every consultant, is to be a product of the product. Can we all do that? That's pretty easy. We want a new consultant to say, yes, I can do that. That's easy. So we want every consultant to get up and, you know, take a shower and use Arbonne body wash, and use Arbonne lotion and deodorant and toothpaste and shampoo and lip gloss and CC cream and whatever, mascara, all the stuff, make a protein shake, use the fizz sticks. That's it. So be a product of the product. So that's easy. We can all do that. And here's the deal. The truth, people, when we're talking to other people, they can sniff out if we're being authentic or not. You know what I mean? They can tell. Oh my goodness, I gotta get this bone from coconut. Here. They can tell if we're a product of the product. They'll know if we're trying to sell something or tell them about something that we haven't even tried. People will know. So just be real. Like, if you haven't tried the shampoo, don't talk about it. Just tell people that I haven't tried that yet, but you know, Arbonne's ingredient philosophy is really good, so you'll love it. 45-day guarantee. So, you know, so don't try to like make up something. You don't have to. There's no reason for that. So the second core commitment. So 1, use your products. 2, pack a few fizz sticks with you wherever you go at all times. You know, take some fizz sticks, take some of the Phytosport, whatever. And when you're talking to people, say, oh my gosh, you've got to try this, and hand them one. That's so easy. Don't you think every person could do this? It's so easy. Oh my gosh, you got to try this. And so this leads me to a story of Peyton again, and her team. They on purpose take fizz sticks to like Starbucks, and they'll ask the barista to open the package for them. They could open it themselves, but they hand it to the barista, so the barista will say, oh, what is this? Or like they'll stop someone, you know, walking around and say, oh, what is that pink drink that you're drinking? And they'll say, oh my goodness, a 0-calorie, whatever, Walmart drink. And they're like, oh, you need to try this fizz stick. And they hand it to them. And what's the natural inclination for someone that's getting handed something? We take it. And then they say, oh my gosh, let me connect with you on social media. I'd love to see how you like it. You know, and that's it. It doesn't have to be super complicated. So 1, shower, use your products. 2, pack some fizz sticks with you. Walk around packing and share them. Here, oh my gosh, you've got to try this. You could even post on social media, okay? So that's another thing you could do with the fizz sticks or whatever products you're using, is post about them. And then number 3, here we go. Oh my gosh, you've got to take a look at this. Every day, say that to someone. Oh my gosh, you've got to take a look at this. Well, what is it? Oh, we've got to get to coffee and talk about this. If you find someone with a great personality, if you find someone who's super healthy minded, whatever, say that. Get used to saying it. Oh my goodness, you have to take a look at this. You have to take a look at what I'm doing. And that's it. I know there's all this verbiage, and that's a higher level, you know, like we can get there. But just initially, those are 3 things. We can all be MVPs by doing those 3 things. Be a product of the product and post about it. You know, say, oh my gosh, you've got to try this to someone every day. And 3, oh my goodness, I'd love for you to take a look at this. You know, you'd be great at this. Whatever. Just make it so easy. You've got to try this. You know what? You need to take a look at what I'm doing, Justin. You'd be amazing at this. And it's a compliment no matter what. You know what I mean? So the fourth thing is personal growth. I highly recommend the book Business of the 21st Century by Robert Kiyosaki for everybody. Oh my goodness, I would just read it over and over. It's so amazing because it just gives you so much confidence talking about this industry, so that, you know, if someone says, oh, is this a pyramid or whatever, it's like, oh my goodness, you can just answer. Pyramids do not have products. It's like gambling. So it's like, there's no comparison here to a pyramid, because we actually have products that we've been selling for 39 years. So, but anyway, it just gives you confidence in this industry. So Business of the 21st Century. And again, these like Go for Gold calls, or the Wednesday morning calls are great to listen to on repeat as well. And so that, I mean, the book is Business of the 21st Century by Robert Kiyosaki. And yeah, we were talking about that today, that we're in this gig economy. And yeah, it's a whole new world. So we got to keep up. We got to be able to talk about it and to show people the difference. And then the fifth thing, so we have be a product of the product, pack a few fizz sticks. Oh my gosh, you've got to try this. Post about the products. And 3, oh my goodness, you've got to take a look at this. Number 4, personal growth. A little bit every day. Just keep learning, you know, because this isn't like all of a sudden you know everything. This is little bits every day you're learning. And then number 5, we promote events. So we're going to promote, the big event is our GTC once a year. And then we have monthly meetings, which is Monday for up north. For the Detroit area, it's actually the second Monday of the month in Novi. And Amy can hook you up with that, Justin. And then weekly, we have our weekly, you know, we try to do a weekly team Zoom, and then we have our weekly Wednesday mornings. But then also weekly touch base with your new people and just let them know, wow, you could do this. You're going to be driving a Mercedes. You're so amazing at this. Look at, you know, and just grab them by the hand and just keep pouring belief into them. Because I tell you what, that's something that meant the world to me when I was brand new, is just that someone believed in me. I remember Carol Bodell, our MVP, telling me, Tammy, you're going to be an MVP. And I'm like, really? Thank you. I'm like, what is that? I didn't even know what she was talking about, but it felt so good that she could see something in me. And it made me want to stay around the Arbonne crowd, you know? So I just want to add two more little tips that have helped me in my business, especially when I was working it like a business. When someone says, you know, you invite them to a thing, or, you know, you're asking them to take a look, whatever, and they're like, oh, I can't, I'm going out of town, this, just say, I know today didn't work, I know it didn't work out to get together, but what day would? And just kind of toss it back to them, you know? Coconut, oh my goodness, my dog is just so talkative right now. I so apologize. Come here. Okay. So, so I know today didn't work. What day would? And then the other thing is, hold on. Oh my goodness. The other thing is, when you have asked someone to take a look and they're not into it, just say, I totally respect that this isn't for you, but who do you know? Isn't that easy? That feels good. And it's just like you're respecting their answer. I'm not gonna, you know, keep harping over this. I totally respect it, but who do you know? And then it's putting you in the posture of, you know, I'm really committed here. And so it's actually a really, I don't know, you want people to, like, when they think of Arbonne, you want people to think of you. And that's actually my last point is, are we all in? Do people even know that we're Arbonne consultants? You know what I mean? I just had a conversation with someone today, and a person that they had talked to ended up signing up with someone else. And wow, ouch, right? And the person I was talking to said, yeah, that was a good lesson, because maybe maybe I didn't share, my commitment enough with this person. So maybe she didn't even know that I was into it. And I thought, wow, that's a good lesson for all of us, isn't it? Are we undercover Arbonne agents, or are we all in? Because guess what? Our sponsoring goes up. Our sponsoring goes through the roof when we're committed first, when we have the belief first, and then people are drawn to that. They're attracted to our commitment first. So it doesn't go, oh, I'll get a team and then I'll start being committed. It's no, you have to be committed first and then you'll attract the team. So, whew, that's what I have for you tonight, is just going back to the basics of duplication. And we can all do this. We can all teach our team to be a product of the product, to, share a fizz stick every day with somebody, or put a post on social media every day about what we're using and personally loving. And then, just asking someone to take a look every day, like, oh, you've got to hear about this. Oh, you've got to take a look at this. You'd be so awesome. And, again, I think I've tripped myself up, making it way too complicated with the verbiage or whatever, trying to think of what to say to people. But really, it doesn't, it's more our conviction and just asking more volume of people, right? So than the actual verbiage. So anyway, I just wanted to take the complication out of it. I think when a confused mind does nothing. And so let's just make it really easy for people to say yes and be part of this amazing company. Woo! What did you think? Oh my goodness, my dog. Any feedback? What do you
think it was all great, and like you said, just getting back to basics. We don't have to make it so complicated.
Yay!
It's just, there's no reason for it.
So as far as month-end goals, where is everybody? Like or did you have something you wanted to say, Laura?
Well, yeah. Okay. Hi, everybody.
Come on in.
Just want to say this. I'm following suit, right? I love this hat. My son was like, he felt the inside of it, and I like how you've got your glasses up here. He felt the inside of it, and I'm like, he goes, oh, I said, get your hands off my hat. I'm like, I didn't get two of them. I only have one. I love it. Don't you love it?
Yeah.
So warm and cozy and fun. That's all. I just wanted to share that.
It's cute on you.
Thank you. Tammy, did you see?
Yes, I love it.
Yeah.
I have mine right here. I was wearing it earlier.
Girl, put it on.
I was going to comment, Tammy, to what you're saying about selling yourself first.
Yes.
Because for those of you who don't know my background, I worked at Vera Bradley for a long time. So one of the co-founders, she's a good friend of mine. She has always taught us when we were working for her that you sell yourself first, your business second, and your product third. So that always sticks out to me. And it's true. As soon as you start talking to people, they just like you for who you are, and then they just kind of want to join whatever you're doing. So I just was wanting to reiterate what you were saying, Tammy.
And how can they join what you're doing if you're not, excited about it, if you're undercover? Then we're like, shoot, where's our team? Well, they don't even know don't even know you have a business. So yeah. So first things first, use the product, get excited.
I think I need to buy that hat.
It's so cool.
Are they for sale?
Well, they were that incentive, but I might have an extra one for a certain someone, Sherry, that might be promoting here soon.
Ooh.
So how did you get that? How did you get one? I guess I don't even know.
I think it was with an ASVP. What was it? What was the incentive, you guys?
Well,
when you bought an ASVP a couple months ago or something?
Yes. Yeah, it was at the in Chicago. That's where they when you bought the holiday. You had to buy I think it was that holiday line, wasn't it? The holiday package?
No, it had the prep work.
We can't
I
remember.
don't know. There was some other stuff in it, but anyway, that's what it was.
5 of them.
It might have been Impact though. I feel like it was Impact and something else.
Yeah, it was
I
around.
think.
Oh, fun. I love it. So
Here's a
what else?
talking piece right here,
Mm-hmm.
right?
And I did just the other day in the grocery store. Someone said, "Is that Arbonne?" I'm like, "Ah." So yeah, she used Arbonne like 10 years ago. So I got to talk to her.
Hey, you guys. So I'm doing this adopt a grandparent, and one of my consultants, Libby, she knows a friend of hers works at the American House here in Troy, and so I talked to the contact person today, and I, told a little bit about it, and she was like, "Oh, sure, no, but we'd love that. That'd be great." I go, "Okay, good." And then I said, "Are you familiar with Arbonne?" And she says, "Oh my gosh, yes, I really love Arbonne, and my daughter uses it." And then I forgot, she mentioned she only mentioned like 1 or 2 things that she used or whatever. And I thought, okay. So that's, anyhow, it starts like that, right?
It does. It starts just putting it out there. Because that's what I'm finding now. And this is another such a key realization is often it's not the people closest to you who end up joining, but they connect you to other people. So, it might be the second or third or fourth person down. It was so cool. I was talking to a girl today. I was doing a lot of presentations last year in Kalamazoo. So driving 4 hours to do presentations. And it just felt like, we'd get some sales and stuff, but it just felt like, oh, we're not finding the team yet. And honestly, it's like 7 people down in that leg. Now, boom, one of the sisters of she hadn't even been to one of those presentations. She's just a sister of someone who was, and now she's starting the business. So, oh my goodness. Often, again, it's not the person closest to you, but just allow the rabbit trails, to take you to the people who are looking for this. And I think, again, that's so brilliant about Instagram and what these millennials have dialed in. They're using the hashtags of, for example, like I was putting in cruelty-free beauty or, green beauty or clean beauty. I think I put in those things. But I could put in nurse, I could put in cancer survivor, I could put in all kinds of things, holistic, use that hashtag or whatever. But anyway, then you're connecting with people who have similar values as you. Then you can scroll through their feed and find something in common, like, oh my goodness, I have the same dog. You look like whatever. You look like my cousin. Whatever. You could say anything. I love your shirt. Whatever. You look so happy. Whatever. Say something as a compliment, but and as a connecting point. I love yoga too. I mountain bike too. Whatever. And then just ask them. That's what they're doing, is just saying, oh my goodness, I love your feed and I mountain bike too, whatever. Would you ever be open to taking a look at Arbonne and being an ambassador? It's a vegan, cruelty-free health and wellness company. I think you'd be amazing at it. Would love for you to take a look, something. And so then, either people are going to respond or they're not going to respond because they don't know you. But no skin off our back. It's just these girls are like sending out, 30 messages a day, 100 messages a day, and just connecting with people who are looking for this. Then it's not like you're trying to convince anybody. It's just, finding the people who are looking for this. And again, it's a wild gold rush right now to just on Instagram. So it's brilliant because, again, you're looking for the people who are looking for you. And often it's not your friends and family. And that's where we get all beat up, right? And get our feelings hurt. So yeah, these girls are brilliant. I'm learning so much from the millennials, and I'm so appreciative because they're making this company relevant for the next 40 years. And that's awesome. It's just so exciting right now. Woo! So what else? Do you have anything else to add, Amy?
I don't think so. I think we just need to get excited for month end and be excited about free signups and free shipping. There's a lot to offer, so we want to take advantage of it and share it with as many people as we can, because it's awesome.
You're killing it right now with sponsoring and stuff. Do you want to share any tips or anything that you're doing in particular?
You know what? I've just been consistently posting about products that I've been using. I've been trying to do it every few days, and I do think it makes a difference, because even if people aren't commenting, they're watching. And I have had several people this week reach out to me that I haven't even talked to, just wanting to get involved because they've seen what I'm using and they're interested by it. So I think being consistent is a big, big thing. And just know that it may not seem like something's happening right away, but people are watching, and it will pay off.
Awesome. Yes. I wanted to touch on one more, thank you, Amy. Wanted to touch on one more thing really quick for all of us, but for Justin too. Another thing that's duplicating really well in these millennial teams, and we're all taking note, is the concept of, so in Arbonne, our business is built on 2,500 building blocks. And what I mean by that is, at a district manager level, your sales requirement is 2,500 a month. At area manager level, the next level up, it's 2,500 times 4. So it would be 10,000 a month. So basically the concept is to, do your own 2,500 and find 3 other people to do 2,500, and then you're in area manager qualification, or you are an area manager. And then again, it multiplies times 4. 10,000 times 4 is region, 40,000, and then nation is 40,000 times 4, 160. So the way that all breaks down is, again, a lot of people doing a little bit. So a 2,500 building block is basically 8 nutrition special value packs. So 8 people doing the 30 days to healthy living, you're going to have that 2,500 building block. And so that's what these girls are duplicating. They're saying, hey, you find 8 people and then find 3 other people to find their 8 people. And now you have an area. You're an area manager getting a paycheck with a comma in it. Everyone's excited. They're getting great results. They have testimonies. And that's what's duplicating, is these 2,500 equals 8 ASVPs. So I don't know if you got that, or sometimes I'm visual, I have to see it. But I think Amy has that text of the slides, remember those slides from Saturday, so maybe you could send them those. But anyway, that's as easy as it gets, is 2,500 building blocks, and 8 of those nutrition packs, or 8 skincare sets, or a combination thereof, will get you the 2,500 block, and then just duplicating that. And that's going to get us all into massive building mode. It's super exciting. So it's not like, oh, I have to do 2,500 in sales all by myself, or, oh, I have to do 40,000 in sales all by myself, or 10,000. Like, it just, that makes people want to stop. But when you just break it down, a lot of people doing a little bit, it adds up fast, and it becomes really exciting. So yes, we did 11,000 in sales yesterday, you guys, in one day. That was a lot of fizz sticks, a lot of mascara, a lot of protein powders going through, but it was a lot of people doing a little bit, and that's what's such a blessing about this business again. So anyway, I hope that makes sense to you, Justin, and I'm excited to talk to you more. I'm excited you're signing up tonight. Woo!
Yeah, it's good. I enjoy the products. I've been taking them, especially the greens. I've been taking every day. It's actually way better than any of the other ones that I've taken, and it actually tastes good. But yeah, I'm excited.
Cool. So what resonates with you most?
I would say the quality of the products. That's the biggest thing for me. It's helped any other company on the shelf. I haven't seen a product that's as ingredient pure as anything that you guys have, and that sold me.
That's cool. That means a lot because I know you scrutinize. So that's cool.
Quite a bit.
Love it. Aw. Well, thank
Josephina, I was just going to say, Josephina, do you have any questions, or is there anything that you're wanting to know that we didn't talk about?
I think her audio wasn't working. So.
Oh, okay. Okay. But we can get our questions answered anytime.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna text Justin.
Oh,
Okay.
there, we can hear you.
Oh, why is it working?
It's working.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's so strange. This whole time I didn't think it was working. So anyways, I was wondering for the cleanse, and you said that like it helped cure your cancer and things like that. Like, what in the cleanse did that for you?
Well, it
Like
didn't
what, like
cure
ingredients
cancer,
or yeah. Sorry.
It didn't cure cancer.
Yeah.
I did it like 5 years, how long after? 10 years after I went through cancer, 11 years. So yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I just had residual plutonium in my system. So I had radioactive material from this plant that we grew up near. So that's what it cleared. It cleared, the thing is with this cleanse, that's my story, but what's so cool is, this isn't cool, but I was exposed to plutonium as a baby. I still had it in my system as an adult. So think about all the stuff we just accumulate over a lifetime, and it, clogs the filters in our body. And that's why we're all run down and tired and aging and everything, because whatever your body can't use as energy, it's going to store as a toxin and wrap in fat, and try to protect your major organs from. And so this cleanse is so different because it's not like calorie restriction, it's detoxifying. So it's reducing the toxins coming in your body, but also helping pull the toxins that you've accumulated over a lifetime. And so in that regard, there's no selective healing. It's going to reduce inflammation and heal the gut so you can absorb nutrients better. It just is a boost to your energy because of all of that. And everyone's going to have a different outcome. For a lot of people, it's just, they don't have headaches, or they sleep better. They're, I don't know, name some things. Their sugar cravings go away. We've had people go off insulin with a doctor's supervision. We've had people, able to get pregnant when they weren't able to before. Goodness, we had a lady who was able to quit smoking because her taste buds changed so much with the plan that cigarettes didn't even taste good to her anymore. So after 20 years, she was able to quit smoking, which I find that so amazing. We've had people, lose weight. I've had 2 friends who've lost more than 150 pounds. One's a doctor, one's a nurse practitioner, so super busy people, able to fit this into a busy life. Just super exciting. So that's my story, but everyone has their own amazing testimony. Did that answer your question?
Yes, that did wonderfully. Yeah.
Good.
Tammy, can you hear me?
Yes. Hi.
Hi. My screen shows that I'm blank. Can you see me?
I can't see you.
Yeah, I don't know how to get my camera to work.
Yeah, I'm not sure. You'd have.
Yeah, I'm sure I just need to figure out where that is. Anyway, so my question is, when an item is out of stock, it doesn't look like there's any way to find out when it's going to be back in stock, or you can't order it when it's on special if it's out of stock.
Right. Okay. So a lot of the holiday line is out of stock now because that was seasonal. We just get it here, and then when it's out, it's out. So the holiday line for sure will be out, whenever the supplies run out. Other things, I know the acne line and stuff was on back order, and the reason things go on back order is because they can't get a certain ingredient at the most, quality. And And this, honestly, it's frustrating for a lot of people, but this is something that's super impressive to me about Arbonne, because they are so unwilling to compromise integrity. And so they would rather lose profit than compromise their ingredient policy. So often things go on back order because they're trying to get the best quality ingredients and they have to find a new source. So where you can look for back orders is if you go into your resources. So as a consultant, there's something called the source in our website, and it's sort of like Google for Arbonne. So, so if you go to the source and type in back order report or back order, you'll get a report of everything that's on hold or when it's going to be available, or, you know.
Oh, that's good to know.
Yeah.
Great. What was the name of the author of that book?
Yeah, Robert Kiyosaki. I think it's Kyosaki, something like that.
Okay.
Business of the 21st Century. Yeah, such a good book. Your husband would love it too.
You think so?
I know.
He's ready to retire.
I know he would love that. He would be like, Jill, get this Arbonne thing going. This is brilliant.
He's like, yeah, I think he's like, let's find some more doctors for this century.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's a whole nother topic.
It sure is.
Mm-hmm. All right, you guys.
I have one more question. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I was wondering what states is it being sold in like all states throughout America? And what are like your top states?
Oh, that's a good question. So yes, all states. We're in United States, Canada, the UK, Poland, Taiwan, New Zealand, and Australia. And the top places, well, this is so funny, but the homeland of Arbonne, I swear, is in Oklahoma. There's so many Mercedes per capita in that state. So they have the most Mercedes, and it's because the highest income earner lives there. But the thing is, I was just in Oklahoma for this VP retreat, and all of our Lyft drivers, not one of them had heard of Arbonne. And I'm just laughing like, oh my goodness, this is the place that you would think would be saturated. But I mean, I think there was like 27 Mercedes drivers going to the same church. I mean, isn't that hilarious? I think it's so funny.
Yeah.
And there's still room for more because think about your contacts in your cell phone. They're so different than mine or Sherry's or Laura's or Amy's or just, we all went to different high schools or had different neighborhoods or different, you know what I mean? Like we all have different networks. So it doesn't matter if your next door neighbor sells Arbonne. I actually moved to a town with 1,300 people here in Harbor Springs, and there's another Mercedes driver here in little tiny Harbor Springs. And you know what? We rarely even cross paths. We do events together and stuff, but I'm building a business and a team here, and so is she, and we're not like overlapping each other. There's just plenty for everybody. So I don't know if that was part of your question, but
yeah, no, that worked. How many people do you have under you?
Oh, I have no idea. I don't even know how to answer that.
Oh,
probably
like a lot.
I don't know. I guess, yeah, we have a lot of people ordering, but not everyone is building a business. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, maybe, I don't know, 25 building a business or something. But we promoted to region. I think there was like 11 of us actively doing the business. So it doesn't take 1,000 to even drive a Mercedes.
Yeah.
It just takes a few people. So
is there a lot of people selling in Michigan?
I don't know. Why? Where is that question coming from?
I don't know. I was just curious.
Yeah,
like
I don't
to
know.
see, just
I
like for different things. Even though like there's growth everywhere, but I was just like curious, like what your top states are, what states like aren't like as good, and like
yeah, I know, like
you know
North
what I mean.
and South Dakota, they're still pretty untouched, or even the East Coast, those coastal states. Like I think Connecticut just had its first MVP. We might have like 5 MVPs in Michigan.
Hmm.
Yeah, basically it's untouched, you guys. This is a 39-year-old company, but 2% brand awareness. People just have not heard of this. And that's super exciting to me because it's gone through its growing pains as a company. It's very solid. We're not going to collapse tomorrow. We've already gone through all the ups and downs of being a business, and we have a really solid foundation. So all we have to do is bring our network. It doesn't really matter how many people are anywhere. It's just, what's your network?
Yeah.
I have a pricing question.
Yeah.
When somebody tells you that it's too expensive, what's your like response in a I mean, I've got kind of an idea of how I respond, but I'm curious how others respond to that comment.
Yeah, like, are you saying it's expensive to buy the whole 30-day package up front, or what is expensive?
Well, I do think that that's part of it for people is, you have to have that minimum order to get free shipping, or people just feel like it's a lot of money. Every product is costly.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. I'm just curious.
Yeah,
I hear people make that comment that they feel that it's too expensive.
It's just so funny to me because you have to put it in context. Because honestly, I love asking the question like, how often do you buy a coffee? A $6 coffee or $5 coffee, and most people are buying them every day. And so that's $100 in a whole month that they're putting towards coffee. So even just like taking away your coffee habit might pay for half of a nutrition kit where you're going to have 100 drinks and 60 meals. You know what I mean?
Right.
There's no way. It's like $8 a day to do the plan. And there's just no way that you would ever be able to do that any other way,
Okay.
So, because you think about it, what is it cost? Because that's 2 meals that Arbonne is covering, and 4, what would that be? Like 4 drinks a day. So 2 meals, 4 drinks. I mean, think about 1 meal at like Panera or whatever,
right.
That's like $15 for 1 meal and 1 drink. Whereas Arbonne, you're getting 2 meals, 4 drinks for $8.
Okay.
So it's just breaking it down. We have a great graphic for that, Jill, and it breaks it down to how much cost it is per day for Arbonne. And I think if you pick it apart, people are like, whoa, because they probably aren't even aware of what they're spending on coffee or eating out,
I would agree 100%. I think that's a great way.
I just smile really big, when people ask those questions or say it's expensive. I just smile really big and try to just, try to pick it apart with them, and not in a shameful way or anything like that. It's just being curious, like, what do you normally use or whatever, like like if someone says Arbonne skincare is expensive, I'll ask them, oh, what are you currently using? Well, I use oil Volet. Well, actually our night cream is the same price as oil Volet in Target.
Okay.
Consultant price, it's $50, and so is oil Volet, but this is so much healthier for you, and so better quality. So you know what I mean? I just like to pick it apart.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
And just smile really big. And sometimes people, all they can look at is the price, and that's it. Whatever, bless and release. It's all good.
Okay.
But yeah, for the quality, I mean, if we were being sold in stores, Arbonne's prices would be astronomical. But because it's direct sales, because it's all word of mouth marketing, it actually keeps the price point very affordable. So for the quality, it's very affordable.
Sure.
Yeah.
Have you ever been in one of the plants where they make any of the products?
Yeah, in 2008, I went to the home office in Irvine, California, and it was it was, I mean, you could eat off the floor. It was shiny and bright and beautiful and clean, and everyone was sweet. It was like the bluebird on the shoulder kind of place. It was amazing.
Wow.
Yeah.
How did you
These
get
are
to
all
go
good
there?
questions.
Did
I
you
love
have to be invited?
Yeah, it was like a area manager, I don't know, something, like an incentive
Gotcha.
from way back then.
I want to go.
Yes, you will. Jill, you totally need to go to GTC.
Yeah.
You will.
Whoa, you think so?
Absolutely.
Oh,
It's
well,
such a
I guess
blast.
I better make that decision quick.
It's such a blast, and you'll get the bigger picture for this company.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who else is going? Anybody else on the Zoom that's going?
We all are. Yay.
Amy, you're going.
Probably, yeah.
You can
All
do
right.
it for $76 this month.
Oh, wow.
Like, no excuses.
Okay.
Wait, what? It's how much this month?
If you do the payment plan, it's $76 this month, $77
Yes.
next month, $77 in January.
Oh, okay.
So
All right.
you can do the payment plan. For a bag of protein.
So, okay, I'm sorry to change the topic, but I believe it is Laura. Did you say you live in Troy?
Yes.
My sister, Tammy Dowd Hollingsworth, lives in Troy, and she, I have to look up her address because she just moved.
Aw.
And her partner are a riot. They are so